English. Dear friends, we are living in unpredictable times. If anyone, like Lars Hedegaard, Nikolai Sennels, Tanja Groth, or for example Gert Wilders, 7 to 8 years back, had predicted the rise of the Islamic State in Syria and Iraq, with dedicated supporters all over Norway, like the Norwegian Security Service states, we most probably would have been labeled insane. The Islamic State, with supporters all over Europe, is a reality, and most probably we will have to live with these footprints from the time of Muhammad as a political and military leader in Medina some 1400 years ago, the rest of our lives. It sounds like an out-of-body experience, but most probably it's a fact. It's also a fact that a form of Islam, Medina Islam, that has gained power in mosques and Islamic movements in Europe, is at war with our basic freedom values, meaning gender equality. As long as men is not wearing burqa and I'm not entitled to more than one husband. Equality between all people, no matter background. Religious freedom, like the right not to believe that the Quran is written on stone tablets in heaven and always has existed. And the mother of all human rights, the freedom of speech, including ridiculing both the Pope, Lars Løkke Rasmussen, Buddha, Christ, not to mention Allah. The Islam in power is at war with us. The parallels to the 30s is striking. The so-called elite is in full denial. Our politicians still seem to believe that the wind will, one beautiful day, turn by itself. We who are gathered here today know that such a notion is false and without historical base. The borders of Islam are bloody. To put it bluntly, our politicians are either lying or still choosing to live in ignorance about Islam's deep problem with accepting reason and freedom. The religion of peace, to quote Obama and his peers. Yeah, one piece of me there, one piece of me there. When I was working on my latest book, Islam, the 11th Plague, I found one honest quote from a former minister in Britain, George Walden, in his book, Time to Emigrate. He says that politicians, they don't dare to say the truth before they know they are resigning or they already have resigned. Then he continues like this, quotation, "I'd be so alarmed by the situation that I'll do everything possible to suggest it was under control. It's up to politicians to play mood music in a crisis, and up to the people to understand that there is little else governments can do. The last thing they can say is that we face a threat to which we can see no end, because it's based on a fundamental clash of cultures. On the IRA, we told the truth. On the Islamic problem, we lie." Quote end. We see what's happening all over Western Europe. Churches are transformed into mosques, like in my neighbor city in south of Norway, Drammen, last month. An old dignified chapel was purchased by a so-called Muslim couple. The first thing they did was to remove the cross from the roof. In northern Norway, the People's House in Hammerfest was transformed to the largest mosque in the region. Politicians both from the Socialist Party and the Progress Party were delighted. For mainstream media, these happenings is a non-issue. But fortunately, the awareness among ordinary people increases. The sensational sale on my book about Islam, published last November, and the meetings with enthusiastic and thankful citizens all over Norway the last months, tells me that the elite is not dancing the same dance as the citizens. We saw the same happening in Britain yesterday. Brexit became a reality, despite the scare tactics from almost all corners of society. This tells me we have to lean on common reason among common people. We must continue our efforts in the spirit of the Enlightenment philosophers. And it's more urgent than ever in modern times. We have no time to lose. Thank you.